Hello students, welcome to Mr. Ballier's PE class. As you walk in today, I'm going to tell you what animal you're going to move as, and you're going to move around the gym as that animal. For example, if I tell you to gallop like a horse, you're going to gallop like a horse around the gym. If I tell you to crawl like a sloth, you're going to crawl like a sloth around the gym. If I tell you to stomp like an elephant, you're going to stomp like an elephant around the gym. Remember, you also go ahead and make those elephant noises if you can. For some of you that might be hard, for some of you it might be easy. Either way, it's going to be fun for everyone. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So now that we're done with our opening activity for the day, let's go ahead and go over our lesson. In our last class, we learned a fundamental movement skill, the underhand throw. Can anyone go ahead and give me the skill cues for the underhand throw? George? That's right, George, that's right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you listening in class last class and reciting those skill cues for me for the underhand throw. Well, in today's class, you're going to be learning yet another fundamental skill, and that's kicking, specifically kicking a ball. So today, you will be evaluated on your ability to kick a ball, reciting the skill cues for kicking a ball, as well as knowing and identifying what part of the foot you should be kicking the ball with. At the end of class today, in your application task, you will be playing a game, a ball kicking game with everyone in the class that will put your eye-foot coordination, your speed, and balance to the test. So, now that we've gone over that, we need to also go ahead and remember, boys and girls, that we have very general PE rules that we need to know. So, when you're here in PE, you are a star. You are to stay focused and be safe. You are to try your best and encourage others. You are to always follow the rules. You need to go ahead and respect each other and the equipment that we use here in class, as well as show sportsmanship at all times. So, throughout this entire year, we have gone over sportsmanship in every single class. Angelica, can you please tell me a little bit about sportsmanship? What does it mean to be a good sport? That's right, Angelica. That's great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you know that. All of you also do know that, right? Give me a thumbs up. That's right. Thank you, boys and girls. So we also need to make sure that we show respectful behavior. So remember our hand of fair play. All right, we need to make sure that we're staying safe. We are showing commitment to letting things go if they bother us and moving on. We're not putting anyone down. We're going to take any responsibility and we're not going to blame anyone. And that we also have an agreement to work towards group goals. All right. And remember our ABCs, be a good teammate, making sure that we have full and appropriate participation in everything that we do in class today. And win or lose, we are winning and losing with grace. Not grace in the class, actually. Yeah, sorry, Grace, I know, I do that joke every single day. Sorry about that. Well, with that being said, today's lesson, as I said, is gonna be on kicking a ball. So we wanna kick a ball with correct technique and control in a modified classroom setting. So today, boys and girls, I will allow you to pick your partner. When you do pick your partner, go ahead, stand next to your partner, give him a nice high five, and then sit down facing me when I say start. Are you guys ready? Start. Oh, okay, yeah. Phil and Lil, I didn't realize that you guys were partners. That's great though. We're trying something new out. That's wonderful, that's great. Drake and Josh, awesome. I'm very happy that you guys are together. All right, no fooling around though, okay guys? I got my eye on you today. All right, with that being said, now that everyone has a partner, let's go ahead and learn how to kick a ball. So kicking a ball is a very useful skill that is utilized in many sports, and it's the foundation for many sports like soccer and kickball. So a lot of you, I know after our parent-teacher conferences, a lot of you in this classroom actually are soccer players. All right, raise your hand if you're a soccer player. Wow, yeah, it's a lot of you. So, what is the best part about soccer? It's kicking the ball, right? Whether it's passing the ball to a teammate so they can score a goal, or you scoring a goal yourself. Oh, yeah, I know it is. So, with that being said, in order to do that, we need to learn how to kick a ball. So, let's go over the skill cues of how to kick a ball. The first thing you need to do, boys and girls, is you need to step with your non-kicking foot. So, if you kick with your right foot, you step with your left. And if you kick with your left foot, you step with your right. You need to make sure your foot is next to the ball when you're doing so. So I kick with my right foot, so I'm going to step with my left foot, so my left foot is next to the ball. Next, I want to go ahead and contact the ball in the center of the ball with the inside of my foot, all right? So I'm gonna step, I'm gonna make contact with the ball, the middle of the ball with the center of my, I'm gonna contact the center of the ball with the middle of my foot, and I'm gonna follow through towards the target. So if the target is the wall, I'm gonna step, contact, follow through. All right, boys and girls? That's embarrassing. Again, let's go ahead and try that one more time. I'm gonna step with my non-kicking foot. I'm gonna make contact with the ball, center the ball with the middle of my foot, and follow through so the ball gets to my target. All right? So, we also wanna make sure that we're kicking the ball firmly so that we're putting enough force behind the ball so that it gets to the target. Now, I just told you a lot about kicking, right? The skill cues for kicking is step, contact, follow through. Right, boys and girls? Go ahead and give me the skill cues there, Tommy. That's right. Step, contact, and follow through. Very good. Thank you, Tommy. Now, I went over a lot of vocabulary with you. So let's go over some of the things that I went over with you today. So first, we're gonna be learning about a skill, right? And this is always on the board, but a skill is the ability to do something well. So today the skill is gonna be kicking. So you need to be using the kicking skill well so that you're able to go ahead and kick the ball properly and with proper control. We're also doing this in a safe environment, right? So safety is another one of those vocabulary words that we use in every class. Remember, it is the condition for being protected against physical, social, and emotional harm. Physical harm is in this classroom, or I should say physical safety in this classroom is when I space you out enough so that you're not in contact with anyone else and you're not kicking the ball near anyone else. All right, and I'm protecting you for using social and emotional safety by going over those gym safety rules, by going over those gym general rules and those behavioral rules as well. All right, the center of the ball, boys and girls. I'll go ahead and I'll grab the ball for you. Remember, the center of the ball, in this case for soccer, is really gonna be the horizontal split. So horizontal split is going across the ball like this. It's the horizontal split between the top and the bottom of the ball. It's also known as the ball's equator. You can see this little line right here. That line, if you imagine it going all the way around, that is the middle of the ball, okay? That's where you wanna make contact with the ball. And when you're making contact with the ball, you wanna use the inside of your foot, right? So inside of the foot's another vocabulary term we're gonna be using today. All right, so it's the longest section of your foot running down the side from your big toe to your heel. So it's gonna be from your big toe all the way to your heel, okay? And you wanna try contacting the middle of the ball with the inside of your foot, right around here, okay? Because that's what's gonna go ahead and generate the most force, okay? That's gonna be another vocabulary word we go over. But before we do that, after we kick the ball, we wanna follow through with our foot. And that's gonna be movement after an object has been kicked, struck, or thrown, okay? So that follow through is very important because it's going to move the ball a lot farther if you follow through. Now, when you are following through, you're following through towards the target. So the target is gonna be the object selected as the aim, attention, or the aim of attention or attack. So the target is gonna be either the wall for our activity, or it's going to be a person, like maybe a player on your soccer team, okay? So you wanna follow through with your kick towards your target. That way they're able to go ahead and get the ball. You also wanna kick the ball hard enough and with enough force. So force is the strength or power used on an object, okay? So when I kick that ball, you notice that the ball hit the wall pretty hard. That's using enough force. Yeah, that was cool, right? Making sure you're using enough force to get to the ball or to move the ball. All right, and I mentioned trapping at the very beginning of class. For those of you who are soccer players, do any of you know what trapping is? Okay, thank you very much, Jill. Yes, that is correct. Trapping is stopping the ball with your foot or softening the amount of speed the ball has towards your foot so that you're able to control it. So when I say stop and I ask for you to trap the ball, when I say stop, that means that if the ball is coming towards you, you want to go ahead and stop the ball with the inside of your foot, and you can put your foot on top of the ball so that the ball stops moving, okay? That is what trapping is. You can also trap the ball using your thigh or your chest as well. Okay, so with that being said, boys and girls, now that you know how to kick the ball, you know the different vocabulary words that we're using in our lesson today, we're gonna go ahead and practice kicking. So, marked on the ground are X's. What you're gonna do is I'm gonna have you and your partner go to an X, and you're going to put the ball on the X. When the ball's on the X, you are going to then kick the ball at the wall. When you're kicking the ball though, please recite the skill cues. And remember what the skill cues are? Anyone? I'll go over them with you one more time. It is step, contact, follow through. All right, can everyone repeat that for me? Step, contact, follow through. All right, very good. Thank you very much. All right, so after you have had a chance to kick the ball, you are going to get the ball. You're going to pick it up. You're going to put it back on your X, and you are going to high five your partner, and it's going to be their turn to give it a try. And you're going to do that a few times, okay? So we also want to make sure though, when we are performing this activity, when we're participating in this activity, oh, what was that? Sorry about that, it has up my eye. When we are participating in that activity, we are following the general PE classroom rules that I have posted on the wall. We're also following those behavioral rules that I have posted on the wall. It's very important that we are using using the best possible behavior, because we want to set a good example for our fellow classmates. All right, boys and girls? So when I say start, you will start the activity. And when I say stop, you will trap the ball. If the ball is moving, you will pick the ball up, you will put it on your X, and you will go ahead and sit on the middle line right there, the red middle line right there facing me to wait for further instructions. All right? Does anyone have any questions? No? All right, so if I say the month you are born in, you will come up to me and I will give you a ball for you and your partner, and then you will find an X against the wall for you and your partner to practice at. All right, so if you were born in January, February, or March, come up to me, I will give you a ball, and then you and your partner can go to an X. All right, April, May, and June, I will give you a ball, and you and your partner can go to an X. July, August, September, I will give you a ball, and you can go to an X. October, November, and December. Okay, now that you all have a ball, and you have your ball on your X, give me a thumbs up if you are ready to go. All right, now that you're ready, set, start.